The studio will be its own master, if you will. Um, we want to do things like Death of a Salesman again. There are classics. I mean, I'd love to do Eugene O'Neill. Doesn't draw a big audience these days, necessarily.
But the studio theater, it doesn't seat that many
But that's
people.
exactly what we're looking at. That's what I'm saying here is we're going to be able to advance to the point where we can do those kinds of shows with a little more effective unitized
The thing
set
that's wonderful
staging.
about the studio theater is that there's a lot of actors that they just do not have the talent or the desire for musical theater,
Mhm.
and they're definitely dramatic actors.
Yeah.
And so the studio
And they're a
theater,
large part of our makeup here, and they have been in many respects starting to lose out a little bit. Not more than they had in the past necessarily. This has been our pattern here has been established, well established for a long time. But in difficult economic times, do we want to put a burning drama on our main stage?
Oh no, no.
And so we say no. This gives us the opportunity to say, but we still have a good solid space that offers us an ability to do that drama and take a few steps up from where our studio currently is to enable us to draw a greater audience or have the capacity.
Well, this is what's really making the Old Town Playhouse and has made the Old Town Playhouse a great theater, is that it provides such a wide range of theater for all kinds of people that attend plays.
Right?
And so I certainly hope that the studio theater thrives in
So do
the
I.
New space, and we'll move on to that other space. That's
Yeah,
in,
we're looking at
negotiation right now.
probably anywhere, I would say 3 to 5 years is that target.
Let's talk about the upcoming season.
Okay.
What shows absolutely just thrill you? You can't wait until you see it or get involved in the production of it.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
And what's kicking off the season?
What's kicking it off is always Patsy Cline, which is turning out to be a very interesting show. I've wanted to do this for a number of years because I've heard how successful it is in the theaters that do it. And I know that Patsy Cline resonates with people. And we live in a region that has a very strong country western level of interest, for lack of a better way of saying it. It's a huge part of this demographic and market.
How did the audition go?
The audition, well, we tried something. One of my thoughts in trying to do this was to ensure that, not ensure, but I saw a promotional opportunity with this in finding Patsy Cline, because there's only 2 roles in the show. Albeit the show rides on the back of the other character, Louise, because she's the one that's telling the tale. The person we identify with and that we're knowledgeable about is Patsy. And she sings 27 songs and interacts with Louise as this relationship and friendship is developed. But I saw an opportunity here to search for Patsy Cline. Let's do something regional. And so I approached back about 8 months ago, earlier, but we weren't in a position, we didn't know we were going to do the show yet. Once we did, I approached WTCM FM, the country station, big country station here in our region, and we have a pretty good relationship with them anyway. And so I thought maybe we could do something, and they loved the idea, so we put out a call to find Patsy Cline. We did a search for Patsy Cline, and they promoted it. And it was a very interesting process because our people, when I say our people, the folks that you expect are going to be seen at auditions at the Playhouse, were not in that mix. Not surprisingly, it's a departure for us musically.
I'm a little surprised by that, personally.
Are you?
Yeah, I am. I mean,
There are some in our organization certainly have chops for it. It's Patsy's got to be Patsy. You don't have to find the exact person, persona. but you are creating one that has to have a certain level of consistency and ability, and it's not the kind of singing that our folks do.
Who was cast?
A young woman named Joni Stanley. What we did was we ended up with 11 people who we set it up as a Star Search style of contest, if you will, for the audition. And they sent in, they submitted CDs, some of their whatever, best work or whatever, and selections were made from that. We had 11 people that submitted. 7 were asked to come in for the semifinals. We had a panel of judges along with the director who were there to, you know, make some decisions about it and to give it an air of that Star Search quality. Not in the American Idol mold. We were not criticizing them in any way. We wanted them to come out and give us your best shot,
Right.
and we'll talk to you a little bit. And that's what they did. And it was very exciting, and we said, well, people want to come, they can come. We'll charge them $5. 4 people now. We were shocked. It was the biggest audience of we have done all last year. So it was like, wow, this is amazing. And they had a great time. They loved it. And we went from the original 7. 6 only were able to be here. 1 could not be here for some reason. I don't know what that was. But we took the 6, and they got it down to 3, and then they selected one of those. All ages. This was not, you know, we weren't locked in on younger, because Patsy, of course, was dead by the time she was 30.
By the way, I'm not a country western fan, but Patsy Cline, in my opinion, is the best singer that ever touched the material.
I agree.